Hi everyone, welcome back to End Time Scenario, looking at survival plan for your family and also for the community. I've got some ideas that I want to share with you to what I have, what suits me in my home. And so every home is different, but our preparation is it's a must. Now, last time I have recorded on the story of Rahab, how Rahab had put down a red robe down her wall of her house, outside her window, and as a result from it, when the Israelites were coming to take over Jericho, the wall was huge. It was quite big. And it was quite high. Even with, the Israelites were finding it hard to even just to get in if they attack, and so they sent spies. But Rahab is a classic example, a classic story that when you prep yourself by just accepting the invitation by the Israelites, by the spies, knowing that her faith was on that robe. There was nothing about the robe that has a magical power. It is the symbolic of it, of the red robe, which red represents the blood of Christ. Now, let me take you back to the time of the children of Israel, just before they exit Egypt, and how that took place. Prior to exiting out to Egypt, the last plague was that the firstborn will be struck down. An angel will come through the camp and it will kill every firstborn. So if you were a firstborn, that was what was going to happen in Egypt. Having your firstborn, and the angel will be slaughtering all the firstborn. And so you can imagine this huge, what you call it, a dilemma, or a degree that came from, not from God itself. It came from the Pharaoh. It was the Pharaoh who did this degree, and so God uses that same degree upon on the Egyptians. So in order for them to allow the angel of death bypass them, they have to kill a lamb, and the blood has to be sprinkled on their doorways, in front of their doors. And so when the angel of death came past their doorway and when sees the blood on the door frame, it will just pass by. This what saves the Israelites firstborn, and this is the symbolic and the same symbolic evidence in that what Rahab did in the time in Jericho, and the time of Israelites surrounding the city, and the earthquake shake, and the whole wall of Jericho fell, except Rahab's and her family, and with the red robe that was laid, and so their life was spared. God marked that because what it represents. So if you haven't got a robe, please just grab something red, or scarlet red. It has to be pure red, no writings, no nothing on it. You can either cut it and rip it, a cloth of it, and so that's what I've done with my one. And I showed you that I've got a strip of red ribbon around the corner of my house, and also even my garage. So it's important to take that story seriously, and to take that upon as a means of what it stands for and what it represents. The red does represent the blood of Christ, and it is a form of faith. It is your faith that can save you, your life, as well it can save your family too. Right. So we've got the red ribbon around, and it'll be the campaign of this red ribbon will be shining it right through this whole campaign for it. I've just got straight from work and I decided to jump on. It is winter here in New Zealand, in Palmerston North. So we're just heading into winter, which is it's May here, and yeah, so that's where we're just going into winter. That is a little bit cold. So I'm in my garage here, and just want to share with you some of the things that I'm kind of working in preparation for this. I've got my four corners of my house with a red ribbon established now, and then now I need to prep myself. And these prep is something like where you can get some wooden, maybe cardboards and things like that, or wooden piece. Just turn the camera here, or even some wooden piece. And what that does is, when you have something like this, you can put it, when the window smashes during the earthquake, you can put this on, place it on your window, and that way it secures your home when your windows are smashed during the shake. You cover this up and then secure it, and so nobody can come into your home. And also keeps your home a lot drier. All right, so it's important to, I just got this from work, or you can get this pretty much, people are throwing it out. And so if you can find some piece of wood like these, yeah, take time to put it aside, and that will definitely help. All right, so important. These are thin, very thin, easy to put up, and all you need is some screws or nails, and anything that you find, you know, anybody's throwing it away, keep them. We've looked at some boards, so you can put it on the windows. If so happen your windows are smashed, you can you can put that on. Make sure that you have some screws and some nails and a hammer to hammer it in. All right. The other thing is that's quite important is plastic bags. Plastic bag is going to come in very handy, whether you can put things inside it, or when you need to do painting, or when you're doing repairs, or even just to cover your windows. Important to get some plastic bag. I simply save all my plastic bags from work. These are covering of all the goods, and I just gently just grab off that, and I bring it home. This is quite a good idea. And if you can't find board and things like that, maybe some plastic bags. And what that does is you can cover the windows and sellotape it, and that'll keep you dry during the, or you can do repairs from it, put it on the floor and do your work, and it takes away the paint and whatever dirt and mess you can do. It's also good for ventilation, where you can cover yourself and keep yourself warm. That's another idea. It's just coming up with ideas that you can utilize some of the things that have been thrown out in the rubbish. So these are good idea to have for it. All right, apart from cardboard, apart from pieces of thin boards for it, plastic is also a good way, especially big ones. It's a good one to keep on the side. Even with little containers, don't throw these containers. They can come in handy. You can also fill them with anything inside of. It could be your tools, little things that you need, or even some food items you can chuck them in. So it's important to just to keep these big ones, aside for it. And if you have all containers, it's like what I've got, is some containers, keep them handy. They will come in handy, especially during the Great Tribulation, or what they call when the storm comes for it. What else we can see? Let's see. These are perfect. These buckets. If you can have these buckets, these are perfect because they can come in handy where you can put your first aid kit inside it, and it's easy to grab and take, or you can put food inside it, or it can be used to put compost, and you can use it for your toiletry, for your private business, and that by using sawdust inside there. But I'll show you how that works. But there are a lot of YouTubes online where you can check them out and find ways of preparing and how they prepared, and getting some ideas. There are resources out there. Please do your due diligence. It's your duty to look after your family first, and you've got to get yourself prepped. And this is what the end time scenarios. We're not restricted to one box. What that looks like. Every home is different. Your home is different than mine, and so what I've got here in New Zealand, in Palmerston North, in my home here in Westbrook, I just use what I've got. And so whenever I get the chance to get, empty ones from friends and friends, I grab it. I literally grab it off them and say, yes, I'll take it, because they will come in handy. Or even if you're doing painting, clean it out and use it. They will come in handy, especially during the storm that is coming. All right. So prep is very important for you to literally think about it, and not just think about it, act on it too. All right. This is if you want to make yourself and your family a lot comfortable during that storm, what's coming, then it's important to be more prepped for it and things like that. Now, in serious note, when an earthquake does take place, and when it shakes underneath your foot, it's gonna frighten you. It will scare the living out of you. But if you are prepped, knowing how to go about it and how to do it, and how to be prepped for your family, then it does takes a little bit easy for you, that when it does happen, you know what to do. All right. Earthquake does come and it will go. So there are five judgments that has taken place, and these judgments are the judgments to get our attention, especially us, the human race. You'll probably notice it around the world that things are not the same, and things aren't the same as 20 or 30 years ago. And the living cost has gone up, and even our wages, even though it goes up, but the living cost has gone up. So we haven't really made any difference, where the living cost goes up as well our wages goes up at the same time. So it just don't balance. So we're kind of like we're locked in. There's a gridlock. We're just locked in. We just can't get out of it. So our mortgage it's so high, and now mortgage is over $500,000. Man, nobody has that kind of money, and it's like you're locked in for how many years just to pay off your mortgage. This system is it's not nice. It's not fun. It's not it's not enjoyable to be with the strain of not enough money to get around. With the COVID that's just happened, Now there's a lot of business that have gone down, and so there are new ones starting, but it's business. I run my own business and it's not the same. I can see that. I can tell you that it's not the same. However, coming back to the 5 judgment that the Lord have given that to us to get our attention, because the world is just not listening, whether it's climate change or whether there's a war around the world, whether it's economy, the rates and things like that. It's just it seems that it's just everything's just going up, and there's a build up to it. Now the climate is even the same. It feels like there's a build up towards it. There is a 5 judgment that comes. The first one is, and I will go through that in biblically. That's important for you. That's what the end time scenario is. It literally is. It's letting you know from a scriptural point, from God's point of view, that He's giving us this warning, or giving us this these messages for us to be prepared. And that is, the first one is the global earthquake. The second one is the what they call the first trumpet, which is the hail that'll hit this earth. Third one will be astronaut to the astro or meteorite will be hitting this earth, which literally will hit the sea first. That's the first one. Then you got the fourth one that will hit the land. Meteorite or asteroid will hit the land, and then the fifth one will be the eruption of eruption of volcanic eruption, which the ashes will be booming into the skies, and it covers darkens the sky, and it covers the sunlight. But I'll tell you more of that. Just be aware what I've just said is earthquake. Second one is hail. Third one is the asteroid meteorite that will hit the sea first, and then the second one will be hitting the land, and then the fifth one will be the eruption, that the mist of eruption will cover the sky. Right. So there's so much preparation that needs to take place, and I'm encouraging you fathers, mothers, if you're on your own, just take some preparation for you. We're only looking at the outside of the house, what that looks like. So let's explore what needs to be, especially for myself. So I've got some plastics, some cardboard, some boards for if the windows breaks, I can have that secured and keeping our home warm and dry. All right, the power will be gone off, so I've got to look at the light, how to have a form of LED light, battery light, or some form of light, and so we can, and as well communication will be down to at the same time. So let's go through just the fireplace is an important thing. You can get some bricks, put a bricks around it. It could be a round shape, it could be a square shape, whatever it may be. Use that. Try to get some woods, or that came from planks. You can utilize that. You cut some from old planks that it's been thrown up. The other thing is, gotta have a barbecue. Barbecue is important. All right, get your barbecue, test it out. Make sure also you've got the gas bottle that goes with it. Fill it up. get that, and maybe it's important to have 2 lots of gas bottle for it. So utilize it. Get a fireplace, which is manual, or as well a barbecue. Just getting yourself prepped for it. All right, I hope it makes sense of this preparation. These are only things that I'm doing out of my own home. But like I said, there's a lot of resources on YouTube. Please take time to just flip it through YouTube and finding some resources from it. The city council is also the best place to go. Finding some resources as well with the civil defense is another place. Whatever you do, just do something to prep when it does happen. And when it does happen, you're prep. All right, there are people out there are fanatical who does this for a living, or they prep, and then even they have a shop that sells the preparation things for it. Take time to do this. So I'm just kind of looking outside, and before we go inside, what needs to be done inside of the house. So I've got my fireplace, I've got a barbecue. When it's needed, I've just got to get some more planks where I can cut it up as firewood, or you might have a tree, cut it down and put them on the side for it. And so take time for it. All right. Yeah, that's probably enough for me to share with you, and then I'll keep you up to date. All right, much love to everyone. Get ready and get through. It's important that you do this for your families. I will kind of outline what the scripture is talking about, this 5 judgment, or the 5 God to get our attention, and I'll explain more on that. Especially for those who has faith with the Lord. If not, it's not important for you if you're not a religious man or a religious family and things like that. So if this is not about being religious, or this is not being trying to pull you into a religious thinking. No, this is letting you about the stories that took place, and they were real stories, and it saved their lives. So, my life and my family's life is important to me, and if they are important to you, why take the stories and use it for your families? It is not that there's no magical in the robe, the red robe. It is a symbolic. It is your faith. It's important. It's an act of faith. All right, that's important for me to tell you. It is an act of faith. Act of faith for you and your families. So, fathers, grandfathers, take the time to do a little bit thinking of what you must do in terms of to secure your home when it does happen. All right. Cheers for now. Get ready. Get through.